Quote of the night is, most folks are as happy as they make up their minds to be. And that is from Abraham Lincoln. And I'm feeling a little crummy this week. My body is just super angry, just dealing with some stuff. And decided to go for something relatively simple. It's still in that same vein of like self-assessment, more self-awareness, conscious decisions, smaller steps, all of those things, because I've been exhausted for so many years by letting everything weigh on me and, you know, beating up on myself, being angry at the situation that I'm in for whatever financial reasons, medical stuff going on. Like my husband went through a bunch of medical stuff. That was really stressful and really tough for a really long time. We are still not like free and clear from, I mean, like medical stuff we're free and clear of as far as what was going on a few years ago, but well, almost 9 years ago, something like that. Anyway, but it had been plaguing us before then. So, I mean, it was a long period of time before then, and just lots of, you know, stuff was just tough for a long time. And I let myself be in like this spiral of just frustration and anger and feeling bad about the situation, feeling bad about myself, you know, just all the ugliness. And although I don't really want to look back at that and be like, God, I feel so bad that I was like that back then. I wasted so much time. It's like, that doesn't help me either, because that just perpetuates in a different way. So now I'm definitely more focused on making the best in the moment I have. You know, I think a lot of growing up for me has been realizing I don't get to have, you know, 2 hours here, 5 hours there, a whole day to just do whatever it is that I want to do. Sometimes, sure. But I've got kids involved. I got a spouse involved. I've got a job involved. I've got a house to take care of. Like, there are things to be done. We had a pet for a while. We actually had 3 cats for a while, but one of them ended up having a lot of medical issues. You know, it's just like all of my time is not all of mine. And there was a significant period of time where it was like, well, I'd just rather not do that. I'd rather not make art because I don't have 2 hours to give it or 4 hours to give it, or I can't just disappear for a whole day. But then I'm never going to have that time. I don't have that much time to do that kind of stuff. So accepting the fact that if 15 minutes is what I've got, then 15 minutes is what I've got. And I might as well make the most of it and like get the enjoyment and relief out of those 15 minutes, because I can't wait for some future where I may not ever get that more time. Now, streaming has afforded me like, okay, these are my times. It's part of the reason I do it is because like, this is my me time. You know, whatever comes of my me time, whatever, you know, it grows into or evolves into, or, you know, whether or not it is just about me in the end, that's okay. But like, these are my 3 hours on Thursday, my 3 hours on Sunday to just zone out and just be that fantasy version of me that has unlimited amount of time for that 3 hour chunk. And then I get back to business, you know, like, but sometimes it really is 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 15 minutes, whatever. And if I'm not willing to make the most of it and feel positive about that and not turn it into, gosh, I wish it was something else. And that's true of like, you know, the drive into work. I could either sit there and let the, you know, brain circus spiral on things that are in my life, things that are at my job, things that are in the world, things that are involving my kids, you know, like I could let like the brain circus just take over and throw me off with, you know, negative thoughts or worry or stress or whatever. Or I could blast my music and sing like I'm 12 and, you know, pretend like the world is just falling away. For that, drive to work. And then I get back to work. So, and honestly, a lot of times when I do take those moments to just be like, this is the time you have, it makes the rest of the time, even the stuff that's tough to deal with, even with the stuff that's hard or like I don't want to do the things, it usually makes that stuff better to just, okay, well, I got 5 minutes. Cool. I'm going to listen to my favorite song. I'm going to dance around in the store. I'm going to, you know, do whatever. Make a silly face in the mirror while I'm brushing my teeth. Why not? It makes me feel better. And I'm choosing a form of happiness for however brief or however long of a time that I've got to give it. And it helps. It helps me anyway. I know that it's hard, and I know that not every situation and everybody's lives afford as much time as I can feel like I can afford myself. But I feel like making the conscious choice to take the moment you can and like building that habit can lead to some really positive things, even if it's just a more positive attitude towards yourself and the moments you are in. So that would be my advice. That's my quote. That's my thought. Thanks for dropping in. If you want to hang out, I stream live on Twitch and YouTube Thursday evenings and middays on Sunday. I hope you have a lovely day, night, time, wherever you are, whenever you are. I'll see you next time.